What's up, bitches? Inaugural podcast. Starting today. I am fucking excited. What is up, bitches? Big old room on the couch here. Welcome to the inaugural podcast of Humpcast. This is a local Sioux Falls podcast in which me and my buddies get together and talk about random shit. I'd like to introduce to my right, Mr. Zach Lewis.
Hello, everyone.
Zach, tell me your middle name. I don't even know it.
You know.
Oh, he had like 5 different middle names or something,
I have
right?
2.
2 different middle names.
2.
Okay.
Alan Wade.
Alan Wade.
Yeah.
Do you ever feel like maybe if your first name would have been Wade, your life would be different?
If my first name would have been Wade?
If your first name would have been Wade, yeah.
I don't know. Probably.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, things would be certainly better right now, considering like the girl I'm dating right now. Her brother's name is Zach, and that's just weird for me.
Right. Right.
So maybe her mother would like me a little more. No?
But I read a study that people can be defined somewhat by their name. Somewhat by their name, you know.
Where did you read this?
I heard it. Like it was suggesting like even last names too. Like if you're given a strong name or like a name that's like like Brad Pitt is like an icon.
Right.
Fucking here's Jake. Oh, let's see what Jake has to say. What up, bitch? Where you at? Sorry about this. Oh yeah? Hang on a second. Let's put him on. Alright, you there, dude?
Yep.
Alright, hang on, let me turn you up.
That's not gonna be audible.
Alright.
Well, we're doing the podcast right now, so you're on it, but you're not here physically.
Fuck you!
Well, we tried. Hey, I told you 6:30. That's when we started at 6:30. I already created.
It's not even 6:30.
It is so 6:30.
It's about commitment here.
Yeah, it's right. I started at literally exact 6:30. But what we'll do is we'll take a
4 minutes
break. We're doing 10-minute segments, so we'll take a break after 10 and wait for you to get here. Okay?
You're having popcorn and shit. Run that beer on, dude.
We already got beer here, so.
Popcorn?
Oh, sweet. Well, then run it over to Baker's and I'm sitting here for 15 fucking minutes.
Fuck that. I'll see you when you get here. Late.
Alright.
Anyway, no, I just mentioned Brad Pitt as an icon. Like, so, like, if you had the name Brad versus the name Melvin, like, I love the name Melvin. I think the name Melvin is the shit, but they would actually use that as an expression for being a nerd. Like,
you ever even met anyone named Melvin?
No.
I know a person with the last name Melvin.
Right.
But I've never met anyone with the name Melvin.
Well, because it was an expression. To be real Melvin is not to be cool. So if you were blessed with the name Melvin just because your parents were like, well, I like that name Melvin, I don't care what they say.
Right.
You're probably gonna have some hardship. Just like if you're, you know what I mean. If your name were Aslick, you know what I mean. Like,
I think it's
as
to
a
do with
person-
generations anymore now, though. I think any person now, especially my age with the name Melvin, would probably get a lot of attention.
Probably. When I was in high school, this couple had a kid in high school, so it was a little weird. But he was a punk rock skater kid, so he named his kid Dexter. And I'm like, that's a tough name. That's a good name. You know what I mean? It's a strong name. But if you were in your 30s, you maybe would hesitate about I don't know. Maybe just depends on who you are.
I don't know if I would name my child Dexter.
Maybe like a middle name. Dexter is a tough name, but you think Dexter is laboratory.
Yeah.
That's all I think of. You know?
Do you like your name?
Donald?
Yeah.
I gotta tell you, growing up with it, I hated it because I grew up in the 80s.
Did you go by that name? Or, because you call yourself Donnie now, did you change that?
No, I always was called Donnie, like my parents called me Donnie and stuff like that. And basically, Donnie Wahlberg was going on in the 80s with New Kids on the Block, so that was... Like, that made my kindergarten and first grade very uncomfortable, and I really hated it, and I didn't like it at all. But, I mean, it's not really, like, it's a common name, but it's not really a common name. Maybe it's just because there isn't even a million people in South Dakota, but, like, it doesn't seem like I see too many Donnies running around.
Is there not a million people in South Dakota?
There's not. No, there's not. It's under 1 million.
I'm just not aware of that.
Yeah, there's not even 1 million people in the state, so... You know, if you had if you had a remote, like, there's a shitload of Zachs. You ever notice that?
That was the most popular name in 1990. Apparently, that's what I've been hearing.
So your parents didn't want to fucking put you on the outside of anything?
You know, I was actually supposed to be named Theodore, though.
Theodore.
Theodore.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, you dodged a bullet.
I don't know.
Well, he's kind of the comic relief for the Alvin and the Chipmunks. Like, you know, wait up, guys. Like, you know, like.
I thought, isn't he the smart one? Or
Alvin, Simon, Theodore. Alvin is the show-off. Simon is the smart one, and Theodore is the chubby wait-up kid. Wait up, guys. Like, so you know, whatever. I mean, I'm not saying you look like a live-action human version of Theodore, but I'm not saying that.
I wouldn't mind being Theodore.
Sure.
I wouldn't have cared that much.
All right. Good.
Never been a nickname guy though.
Yeah. Well, what are they? Z Money.
Nothing. Never had a nickname.
You know, the weird thing is, like, when you're in a professional situation, at least I found with me, like, I'll say my name's Don, I'll introduce myself as Don.
Right.
That sounds older than Donnie.
Yeah.
Even if I tell people my name's Don, they'll still call me Donnie. Like, you ever notice that people tend to, attach, like, an E to, like, you know, like, I call my friend Dan Baker, Bakey. You know what I mean?
Right.
I call him Bakey.
Right.
Or, like, if I see Lasowski, Dan Lasowski or Daniel Lasowski, they call him Danny Lasowski. You know, like, I think it can be kind of cool. You know what I mean? Like, I don't mind it. But yeah, personally, like, if you're asking me, do I like my name? I've come to terms with it. Donnie Darko helped. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I'm not the biggest fan of it. Like, I would have preferred to have had William be my first name and then Donald be my middle name. But the grass is always greener. So you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I don't know. But Alan.
There's nothing cool about my first name though.
Zach?
Yeah, just like I remember being in like elementary school and there was this book that came out called When Zachary Beaver Came to Town. And that's supposed to be a book about like the world's like fattest kid.
There was an episode.
There was shit for it, you know. Like, I never even read that book.
I
just knew that's what it was about, and
I have to disagree with you, man. Like, there's nothing wrong with the name Zach. Zach actually I always thought that was a cool name. Like, that's a cool like name. That's like my parents are cool. They, you know what I mean? They let me drink champagne. Like it's I don't know, man. I fucking totally lost my thread of thought. Fucking right. There was an episode of Saved by the Bell that I saw once in which Kelly Kapowski was studying with an unknown nerd. Well, a guy who Zach Morris assumed was a nerd. You know, like let's get her a tutor. So something like that. There's something, but anyway, his name was Donald Melvin in the show, and I was like, and he's like, so Donald Melvin, is that really what I gotta worry about? You know what I mean? And I was like, well, fuck you, Zach Morris. But then when the ironic twist was then he shows up to meet the tutor, and he comes up and he's all like good looking, and he's like, but you're on the math club. It's like, yep, and the hockey team and the whatever team. You know what I mean? And like everything else.
I'm way
and so,
cool.
yeah, and so he's like, see you later. You know what I mean? Punched in the arm and walked off. So the ultimate. The ultimate fucking twist. Oh shit, Jake the Snake. What happened? Bake backed out or what?
No, he said abort mission because something popped up, but he's gonna meet us over here.
What?
Yeah, so I drove down there and he didn't need me.
That was fucking stupid.
Yeah, he called the taxi.
Called the taxi?
Abort
mission. Well, let's check and see where we're at here.
I think we still have at least 5 more minutes.
Yeah, well, no, it's no, not 5. It goes up to 10. It's at 8:34. So you got another minute and a half. Fucking, alright.
Baker's an abortionist.
He is, actually. Alright, sit down. Fucking tell the fucking people who you are. Eligible.
What's up, Jake?
Sit down, Jake. We're discussing names, so what's your middle name, Jake?
Scott.
Scott? That's solid. Yeah, that's solid. Yeah.
Yeah. What the fuck else is it gonna be? It's just a middle name, dude.
Well,
It's fucking cool.
could
though.
be something bizarre. Could
It's
be
not
something
even
freaky.
embarrassing. There's nothing like he's
Yeah.
really like just
It could. Yeah, that's solid.
straightforward in there.
Jake's Girlson.
Yeah.
Could be like The Simpsons.
It could be
Season 1.
It could be. It could be Cecil. Like if your middle name were Cecil,
Yeah.
that would be unusual.
That would probably suck.
Yeah, probably.
You know who I always thought had a cool name? John Goodman.
Who's John Goodman?
Oh
yeah, dude. Fuck, shut the fuck up, Donnie. Shut the fuck up, Donnie.
Right. Another fucking great reason to love my fucking name. That movie did not fucking help anything. Donnie, it's like
What movie is that from?
The Big Lebowski.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's the dude, man.
The dude.
That dude.
You know, I never really got into that movie.
I
should.
Yeah,
saw it,
it's
like,
enjoyable.
one time.
It's good. It's a good film. There are people that really get obsessed with it, though. I mean, there are people that really dig it. And there,
Oh.
You fucking silly willy billies.
Well, we actually gotta wait for Tony to get here before we start saying Tony, Uncle Tony.
Well, Tony Peroni fucking had to cancel. He wasn't able to make it.
Really? So it's Bakey's night. We're breaking it in with Baker. That's a fucking break-in right there. We're gonna be popping your Baker. Get ready for it.
Your baker cherry.
Your cakey. Bakey cakey.
Bakey cakey. Bakey the cakey.
Fucking, alright. So,
Is this ashtray action?
this is the ashtray right here, and that's an ashtray.
Here.
So let's fucking, since we're doing the fucking, the inaugural the cast here, we're fucking, having the maiden voyage with the podcast, the first time fucking out. That fucking fan's gonna have to go. I'm gonna have to turn that off.
Yeah.
Dude, they make noise. I don't know why. Anyway, I think we should fucking establish exactly, what it is we do fucking around town. I know you're in like covert operations as far as like band situation goes.
No, dude, not really.
You're not doing that covertly anymore.
Well, I guess we could leave it like that. Yeah.
I mean, we could leave it like that.
Yeah, let's just leave it.
But
like
I mean,
that.
I think the majority of anyone that knows you knows the bands that you play in.
Right.
You know what I
Exactly.
mean?
Yeah. And say we actually have viewers on this fucking deal going on here. Maybe we should just leave it under wraps for a minute or whatever.
Sure. Well, we can talk about Pariah Lie though.
Yeah. Yeah,
So
we can
yeah.
talk about Parado for
Okay.
sure.
Well,
Let's
let's
show tomorrow.
Playing tomorrow, fucking.
Yeah, tomorrow.
Donnie, put this shit up tonight. So tomorrow, Latitude 44, 10 bands playing. We're all playing actually. So-
9 bands.
yeah.
9 bands. We had one drop out. My machine dropped out. They had
No.
Yeah, they had some fucking issues.
Way, no way.
Yeah, they dropped out.
I was so excited to play with those guys too.
Well,
Have you ever seen? You've seen them.
I haven't. I've never
My
seen.
You've never seen them.
You've
I have not seen my machine.
They're incredible,
No.
man.
Is it
Every time we
fucking-
go,
I
is
think
it-
they're amazing.
I know Tom's in it, right?
Uh huh.
Yeah,
Okay,
he
so we got
plays
Tom
bass.
Burrish. Who else?
And that's it.
That's
all
it.
I know.
That's the one
That's all I
guy.
know.
That's the
all
only
I
guy
know.
that- that's the only guy that you know.
I know.
I met the other guy. No, I met them. We went over to their house.
I don't know. I don't know their names. I know them. I hung out with them a couple of times. They're really great guys.
They wear masks while they play.
Do they?
I'm just
I
kidding.
don't think so.
They were-
No.
I'm joking. I'm joking.
They wear diapers and bras variety.
Right. All right. Well, so you play in Pariah to Lie.
Yep.
And fucking, you've been playing guitar for fucking a while, right? When did you start playing?
I was in 8th grade. Well, I started fucking around in 7th grade, so however old I was then, like 14
You've been like
or
14.
something.
Yeah, you'd have been like
Yeah.
13, 14, something like that.
And,
Yeah.
then I started actually playing the fucker at like, about 15 years old-ish. No, 14 years
That's
old.
really like when you fucking started.
Yeah.
Like that. So not too long ago, really, because you're only 21.
It was like 7 years ago.
7 years. Yeah, 7 years. So like, would you just like never put it down? Like, because I think you're fucking really good at that lead shit. How do you fucking do that shit? Like, I don't understand.
Oh, shit.
Do you just like did you
I-
watch the fucking like boot camp, the fucking like guitar boot camp,
tutorials?
like do the fucking
I
tutorials,
bought
like
'em.
did that
I
shit?
bought all that shit, like a few DVDs or whatever, and then I never actually followed up on them because they were boring. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Here's your warm up, here's your this and that, da 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 da, whatever. It got fucking boring trying to listen to all this theory fucking crap. And I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna put in my CDs. I got lessons from Dave Vanderlinde.
I don't know.
Dave Vanderlinde is a good guy if you want to learn guitar.
Shredder or what?
No, like old stuff, like Beatles stuff.
Sure.
But what he'll do is he'll teach you to learn by,
Your
learn by
foundation,
ear.
right.
Yeah, you'll learn by ear is what you'll do. So you'll bring in any CD you got, and then you and him will sit down and find the tuning, and then just go through the thing.
Nice.
And so that's what I kept doing is I would just put in CDs and then fucking hey, this sounds cool. So I
right.
started writing my
Start
own
jamming
riffs.
along to it. Yeah. See, I did the exact same thing. Yeah.
It's a good way to learn.
Yeah, it is, dude. I always thought that, jamming to the Beatles is actually how I fucking started out.
I cannot play along with Beatles songs.
I was playing bass.
It's
I wasn't
weird.
playing
They
guitar.
got
The
weird-
guitar
A lot of
chords,
them
yeah.
are-
The
yeah,
guitar
like-
chords are fucking nutty.
And it sounds so simple too, which is the crazy. A lot of it does.
Mm-hmm.
It just sounds so like, and I think it's a lot that has to do with the melody, really, with the singing and stuff. Just the way it's sang, you think
You can just nod your head.
this
Like,
could
oh,
probably,
it's all nice.
totally,
it's
I
nice.
could totally play this. Yeah,
super accessible. I always said that they wrote music that everyone can play, but no one can really write.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like they're just so simple and straightforward, but no one else is doing it yet. No one else has done it for whatever reason.
Yeah.
And so like, I mean, you got to think like at that time. I mean, I guess electric guitars have been around for a little while, but I mean, they were like really innovators in rock and roll. Like as far as the shit that they were doing was like scaring the shit out of like middle-aged fucking like parents and stuff in the States. Like Christians, hair, it's all shaggy. He said he's bigger than Jesus. You know, like they were flipping out. Like they were like the equivalent of like fucking Slayer or something.
I remember
you know?
I remember one interview with them. Somebody was interviewing them and asked them if they were planning to get a haircut anytime while they were in town. And George pipes up and he's like, "I just got my haircut yesterday."
And that was hilarious. And everyone just falls apart fucking laughing.
Yeah.
Like, that's so funny. Yeah, they were silly fucking people when they came over. Like I feel like they didn't really take any of the U.S. press seriously because they'd be like, "What are you planning to do while you're here?" "Love to go ice skating." Or, you know, they say something really stupid and then like everyone fucking laughs. And some of those interviews are fucking indiscernible and hilarious. There's one interview I heard.
It was probably hard for them to take America seriously, especially what was going on at the time with just politics and.
At least you guys know your history,
I know.
Well, but I'm saying like just their expressions and like there was one that was like it was talking about like this writer Walter Winchell, and then like they were like talking about the head of hop, or like if you want to get a headache, get a hoppa. And like I was like, what does that mean? Like I don't understand what that means. If you want to get a headache, get a hoppa.
Listen to what's that song, Number 9 or whatever.
Oh yeah.
That'll explain everything to you.
Yeah.
That makes all the sense in the world.
So that all right.
That song scared
Yeah,
that
dude.
scared the shit out of me the first time I heard it.
Here, get this shit.
Really?
The first time I heard that song, I was all fucked up or whatever. Not really, but I was kind of fucked up. And I was listening to it, and it said on the YouTube video, it said the Beatles. And I'm listening to this song, which is just fucking nonsense.
Right.
And I'm sitting there and I go, dude, this video says the Beatless. And this is a song, man. And it has no beat. Like they meant to do this, you know. And it was,
What exact combination of drugs were you on?
I would think I was drinking and smoking. I think that was about it. But I was zoned, and it was fucking
Weird.
yeah.
Weird. Who would you? I'm kind of curious. You know, being that you're like one of the shreddier kids around. Who would you put as your like top 5 for guitar players in Sioux Falls? Because I'll tell you mine
Sioux
right off the
Falls?
bat. Yeah, I'll tell you right off the bat. Mine are fucking.
Please do, because we're
I
looking
couldn't
for
do
prize.
this.
I'll tell you right now.
Possibly.
I'm telling you right now. It's Michael Larson.
Yeah.
He's one of the best that I have fucking heard.
Okay.
Brian Thompson.
Yep. Absolutely.
Frank.
Yeah.
From fucking Flux.
Yep.
You know, they'll be a little bitch about it, but I put you up there. You got the potential to fucking definitely be one of the top players in town. And maybe Ellsworth. You know, maybe
Elsie's
someone
fucking
like
great,
Ellsworth.
dude.
You know what I mean? Like a guy like fucking is just
Very well rounded and fucking to the point with the music. It's clean as fucking. The dude claims he doesn't know how to sweep, but I watched him fucking do his sweep picking. Like he does it in the fucking arpeggios, but he picks every note.
You were telling me he was doing economy picking while he was doing the
Yeah,
like a bunch of little fucking up and down fucking shit.
And it sounds clean as fuck. It sounds cooler than regular sweeping, if you ask me.
Weird.
Yeah.
That's kind of unique. All right, so who would you put? You know what I mean? Some of your
In
fucking
town?
In town, top 5.
That's so tough, dude.
It is.
Well, I would say fucking as far as not just metal, you know, because
Sure,
I don't
yeah.
Well,
even.
you say metal because because like a lot of the skills are fucking pushed so fucking extreme, like with that. Everything's played fast. Everything's played fucking really intense.
Yeah,
there's-
So you have to have fucking retarded skills to fucking play that
There's
shit.
a lot of technique in metal.
Shitloads of it. I mean,
Ton-
there's probably
yeah.
great jazz players around town and stuff, but I don't know them because I don't ever go to jazz shows really. You know what I mean? So like, I'm just going with what I know. Like, those are the players that I've heard that have really fucking made me go,
Sure.
holy fuck. You know what I mean? Like that shit's great.
Well, top 5. Juan. Don't forget about Juan.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say. I just said Juan in a minute. Juan Matos. Yeah.
Juan.
Writes phenomenal shit.
You're fucking good, dude. I'm just saying. Just throwing it out there.
I wouldn't say top 5 shit, but fucking, you know. I'm
Well,
alright.
it's cool. It's cool shit. LG, yeah, fucking Frank, yeah, he shreds like a motherfucker. I'd like to hear Mike Logan, because I heard him play bass and he was sick on the bass. I'd like to hear him as a guitarist and
I worked with him as a guitarist for a little while. He's definitely fucking got a lot of. He really likes that hardcore shit. He really likes the tremolo picking.
okay,
He
cool.
loves that shit. You know what I mean?
I do too. I like to do that shit.
I could see that guy growing into a shredder. You know what I mean? I just don't
Sure.
think he's at that point now. You know what I
Okay.
mean? Like you put him up against someone like Thompson. You know what I mean? Like
Sure.
it's retarded. But
He's good. He did
He's
that
got
shit
potential.
with Wretched Earth and stuff.
I have watched shit. I haven't even heard from that kid in forever.
Yeah. I don't know. I top 5 is hard, dude, especially because it's hard to fucking think about people in general.
Number one, man.
Yeah, well, a number
Gotta
one,
come
but
down
even
to
to
that point
think of that many
eventually,
people on it on a whim, I'm like, who the fuck? 5 people? I can't even think of that.
Right.
Can't think of 5. We can't even count to 5.
Whatever.
Well, you only got fucking 10 seconds left. You better fucking.
What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up?
Oh my
Freak
god.
Nasty's top, dude.
What a retard.
Just saying.
Yep. We're in the next segment. All right, Zach,
Alright.
it's your turn, man. Who do you see as like really good players around town?
Welcome back, everyone. By the way.
Yeah, welcome back, sir.
Ready, one of these?
Yeah. Go ahead, Zach.
I'm left alone. You know, I'm. Like I said, you know, I don't know a lot of guitar players locally. I mean, I meet a lot of them. You know, and
Thanks, brother.
I guess I'm more of a, you know, I'm not a very technical player myself, so but I'm more of a writer, so I think that's more or less something that I kind of put into.
That's a big thing to put in the fucking or put into perspective too. Is
You know what I mean?
Right,
I'm
it's
more
gotta
of
sound
about
good.
songwriting.
Right. Well,
really.
it all depends on the how you're gauging. You know what I mean? Like what you're using, what criteria you're using to gauge. You know what makes someone a fucking excellent player.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like more of a writer, like a sense of melody, like really cool shit. Like yeah, dude.
Yeah.
If we're gonna talk about
Bob
that,
Dylan, fucking Neil
if
Young.
we're gonna talk about shit like that. I would say like a guy like Dan Ludeman. He puts together some phenomenal atmospheric fucking background shit too. You know, he was a guitar player for Spill Canvas, now Amos Slade. The shit that guy, man, he's a great sense of melody.
Yeah.
But I mean,
Oh, right, yeah.
But that's a really big thing for me though, as far as just being a musician and everything, and even being a guitar player is just songwriting and putting it all together and using what you got to write your songs. As far as really good guitar players around here, I don't know too many of them. I don't know his name, but I would say that the guitarist for Mind Machine is pretty awesome though. They got some.
I've heard good things about him.
Yeah, they got some serious chops.
Caleb, is that his name? Or no, is that someone I don't know?
No, I didn't. No, I
I
don't-
think Caleb's
Caleb's does
buddy
some-
over at fucking Horror Fights.
Yeah, he just crashes over there or whatever.
I think it's his
Or
guy
he
on
lives
the
there or
couch.
Whatever. Yeah. No, I was the guy on the couch over there one night though too. That was nice.
I've been the guy on the couch a few times.
I'd say one of the, as far as local though, one of the people that gave me like the most, like just like was the biggest inspiration to me though was Jim Groth. If you ever heard of him.
No.
He's an old guy. He's got to be in his 60s, so probably late 60s right now. But he's in our local Rock Hall of Fame, and he was one of my teachers and kind of a mentor in high school. And he used to bring his guitar to school all the time and let me just like fuck around during class and stuff and everything. And he's a great guitar player. I mean, he can play just about anything. He's got. He does all these solo projects and stuff at home, or I mean, he pretty much branches off into everything. Where I mean, like I said, he's an old guy, but like he writes like alternative rock punk songs too, being as old as he is and everything.
Hey, Jimmy Page is an old guy.
And yet he's also a
fucker's
phenomenal
still alive.
blues guitar
Oh, yeah.
player and folk.
Probably looks
you
like a
know.
reptile by now.
He looks like a silver god. His fucking head, dude. Long white hair.
But yeah, if you guys ever get a chance, check out some of his stuff. He's awesome. He's got tons of different projects too. I can't really recall the name. He's in a is it Celtic? Would it be called Celtic band? Celtic
Yeah, you might
Celtic
be right.
band.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Celtic
Celt-
band, like
Celtic
traditional, like
wonder.
Celtic music shit.
Yeah, he does that. I think his wife has something to do with that. I think that's her kind of project
Jim
thing.
Groth. So,
And-
to anyone watching this, if you want to hear some kick-ass Celtic music, Jim Groth. Is
Don't go to Walmart. Don't take that generic shit.
Don't do that.
Don't do that. Don't be a dick about it. You know?
But he's got plenty of. I mean, he's locally. He's pretty recognized guy for his music skills.
Sweet. Well, shifting gears, what have you guys heard about what's going on with Nickelback this week, or
Yeah, dude.
any updates?
I
on
heard
that?
I was saying the other day. I just
horse or something.
out of
Their
that-
singer,
what
their
is that,
singer does
Dark
legitimately
Horse?
look like a cocker spaniel, like his hair,
His
like, the way-
hair-
like
Oh,
yeah,
we
like
did
the
write down
shape-
Nickelback the other night, didn't
we
we?
did, yeah.
Like his hair does. I mean, like he legitimately looks like if you put them next to each other, like he looks like a human. You know, he's like an anthropomorphic cocker spaniel that it's just like been bred one too many times.
You can like hear
It's
it
so
in his
like-
voice too. He
Spaniel.
sounds like a cocker spaniel.
Look at this
Puking and shitting everywhere.
We're the heroes.
Okay.
Everybody's gonna hate us.
Why?
Watching
It's
this
Nickelback.
shit.
Everyone loves Nickelback. Everyone loves Nickelback.
Dude, I was at work the other day, and there's this guy. He's a drummer and stuff, and I was talking to him. He's an older dude, probably 40 or something, mid-40s or something.
Yeah.
And I was like, dude, you want to know fucking the best band in the world, man? And he goes, Aerosmith. And I'm like, okay, yeah, fuck
all
yeah,
right,
sweet.
yeah, fuck yeah,
I was
Joe
like,
Perry,
yeah,
sure.
exactly, yeah. I was like, sweet, dude. I was like, Aerosmith, fuck yeah, they're great, dude.
Great band.
And then he's like, oh yeah, and I was like, yeah, but you want to know the real best band in the world?
The real
dude?
shit. Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, what's up? I was like, Nickelback.
Nickelback.
And he's like, they're pretty good. I was like,
Yeah,
I
they're
fucking
pretty
hate
good, yeah,
I was like, I fucking hate Nickelback. He's like, no, I like how they got that grunge. They're bringing that grunge stuff back.
They're bringing grunge back. That's what's
Yeah.
happening.
Yeah.
You know what's funny about Nickelback?
Everything.
Yeah, everything. When I was like 18, I went on a spontaneous trip to Los Angeles with my buddy, and they were playing the Whiskey the Sunday before Thanksgiving.
Nickelback was.
Yeah, we were just walking. We were walking down Sunset Boulevard, looking for something to do, and just saw on their sign that Nickelback was playing in there, and I just had to laugh a little bit.
The place is called.
That was it. I thought you were
Whiskey.
gonna say you went in and you had a
No,
great
I
time.
was not.
Like,
Well, I wasn't 21 at the time, you know.
But you,
I
so
was,
you
I
would
was
have went.
18.
So you would have went.
Oh, if I was 21, I probably would have fucking totally went.
Are you
I don't
fucking?
know.
As long as it's like
Just
$3.
because it's
Are
so
you
short.
serious?
Just because it's fucking. I mean,
Are
just
you
to be
fucking
ironic.
serious?
Well, hey, instead of that,
To be ironic.
yes,
to be ironic.
Yeah.
Because
Oh,
you were like
Instead
walking.
that
You were
night-
almost off this podcast, right? Like that was fucking. You're like, well, would have been 21. I would have been in that shit.
No,
like,
I'm
are
a
you
fucking
kidding me?
huge. I'm a huge Nickelback.
You're
fan.
done. You're fired.
Yeah,
First
it's-
episode
yeah,
fired.
fucking first one.
No, actually, I caught the Misfits that night though.
There you go.
Just like half a block down from there, at this place called the Key Club, which is shut down now. That was the last night they were open, and that was the main punk rock club on the West Coast, and they shut down that night. So I kind of watched like,
History, really.
yeah, I kind of watched like Midwest, like like the fucking West Coast like punk rock scene kind of died that night. You know?
Wow,
It
I
was-
don't know about that, but
Well, you know what I mean. Like it was because that
it's
is
a
like
part
the
of
last,
history. If that
well,
was
that was like the last
performance-
punk rock club there on the coast.
Oh,
I
the
mean,
club,
it's in Hollywood. I mean, I'm on Sunset Boulevard. You know,
Pretty
What
sure
else
I'm
they do
pretty
there?
sure
On
they
the
got that
Sunset
covered,
Strip,
dude. Like
you
they've
know?
got that shit covered. There's like probably, I've never been there. I haven't been to the
I
West
haven't
Coast,
either,
but
no.
my guess is that there is, so much of that shit out there. There's so many venues that,
right. But
Well-
I mean, this one is like, you know what I mean. Like
Not to take away from your
that's the
story, but
fucking-
that was a shitty story.
No, here's one thing. Here's one thing I understand what you're saying, dude. Is that you said that the last punk, on the fucking on the coast or what on the fucking what'd you say?
basically like not on the. Well, I'm not talking about like the coast, but I'm like talking about like what I mean, like the Sunset Strip. I
Okay,
mean, like
right,
you know what I mean.
right. Well,
Like this is the punk rock
okay.
bar
Sure.
on the Sunset Strip, and this shut down that night. You
Alright.
know.
Like I see what
I'm
you're
sure
saying.
there's
dude.
other places where punk rock music can be seen, but I mean this was the place,
Right.
and it shut down that night with the Misfits.
Okay. Well,
And I saw those guys for like
going
30,
out fucking accordingly, dude.
saw those guys for $35 on a Sunday.
Nice.
Yeah.
But see, like, I see what you're saying because death metal in this fucking country, where did it start? Florida. It started in fucking Florida, dude.
Well, who knows that?
This
dude,
is the thing.
what? Who came from?
Who
fucking-
says that?
Dude,
I got
get
this question.
I'm not
About
debating
it.
that. You can be right, but
Get this.
What?
Death metal in Florida. You started with Death. They're from Florida.
Okay.
Back in fucking, late
Cannibal
80s.
Corpse.
Cannibal Corpse. Fucking Deicide.
Mm.
Fucking Morbid Angel. You know what I mean? All those big fucking titans of death metal are coming
Where's Autopsy from?
Florida.
They're more
I
like the
couldn't
California
tell you.
guys.
I couldn't tell you. But you go down to Florida now, and it's reggae, dude. Reggae, like, metal is
There's
not
it's
what's
reggae
going on
everywhere
down there.
anymore.
there's a shitload. There's actually
Everybody's
a
doing
funk
good.
shit everywhere.
Well, there's a really big indie scene down there. Like Hot Water Music came out of there in '96, and then like there's a label, No Idea Records, that just started putting out shit from like bands that were from down there. You know what I mean? So you get like very like bands that have a similar sound, like Hot Water Music, Gunmole. Like so they kind of have like a college, post-hardcore, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Like so, I mean, like yeah, certain areas geographically do breed sounds, just because like there are more people playing that shit around there. You know?
That and also they're in the sunshine all fucking day. They're gonna feel a certain way. They got serotonin pumping in through their fucking brain all day. As to where
Anger? Just anger about
as to where fucking you go to Seattle and it's rain and people are fucking dead everywhere.
a little darker of a sound, maybe.
Yeah.
Right. So there's gonna be
Where you
like
got-
that.
Where you got your Nirvana, your
A lot of
Alice in
cross
Chains,
pollination
that
amongst
shit.
the scene.
Yeah.
People are hanging out at the same places, listening to the same tunes, taking the same drugs, that sort of
Yeah.
thing. It's
Yeah.
kind of all meshed together.
Right. Colombian cartel up in
Good
Seattle.
or bad,
Yeah.
or subpar, whatever. But I think
Yeah.
that metal is one of those type of genres, though, where I would say it's pretty vital to have really sleek and kind of top-notch recording.
Mm-hmm. See
Just
what?
because of the whole
Sleek.
natural.
Sleek.
Well, you know what I mean. Just like
Slick.
very
Slick
clean, very.
recording. Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean. Straight.
Yep,
You know what I mean. Just because of the whole natural tone and just layout of the music, everything needs to be very defined and
Very
there.
clear.
You don't
Discernible.
want-
Very clear.
Yeah.
You want
You
those
don't
mics. You
understand
want
what's
those
going
nice.
on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You have to in order.
But
to
at the same time, I really appreciate a raw sounding recording. You know what I mean? Like it sounds good to where you can tell exactly what's going on, but it just sounds raw. To
Right,
where it's just
right,
like
right,
punching,
Yeah.
almost
But
like
that's
you're
another
right
thing
there
with
in the
production,
garage
though.
or
I
something.
mean, that's
in the
just
basement.
like.
Well, then you're talking about performance versus production. Like you can tell, like if you listen to like a live bootleg of a band, and you can tell, like like to some degree what's going on, even if the quality kind of sounds like it was recorded in the garbage can. Like the performance could still be fucking stellar on that. You know what I
Right.
mean? You can still be like, God damn, that shit's great. It's just you can't really turn it up and jam out the same way as if you recorded that shit in a studio where everything's isolated and
Yeah.
everything's compressed and you can fucking just jam that shit and it won't break up and it will be clear. That's
Yeah.
nice. It's
Yeah.
nice to have that fucking shit. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
and so bands that you know what I mean. Like if they're gonna put shit out there. And I mean, it's not fucking expensive to get a really good recording. You know, even in South Dakota, fucking $35 an hour, you can fucking put together a sick ass
Yeah.
demo. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Dresch will make your shit sound phenomenal.
Or a couple EPs if you know.
Yeah, exactly, absolutely. Fucking.
What are some?
Well, we didn't talk about you, Zach. We got into fucking Jake and when he fucking, what he was all about. And I guess we'll finish with that. Where are you from originally, Jake? We'll just establish exactly who the fuck we all are.
Born in Watertown.
Really?
If you care, yeah.
I
Born in
fucking
Watertown kid, huh?
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
born there, dude. I don't remember
Right.
anything from it.
Did your mom, was she raped up there or?
Fuck
I'm just kidding. That's not funny. That's not funny.
She was right by my father, and they got married.
Right.
No. I was just kidding. No, dude. My mom and dad, they fucking
Stuck it out.
they got married and then they had me. They didn't have me before they were married or anything like that. So they got married, had me. Fucking. We moved to Marshall, which is my first memories. Marshall, Minnesota.
I've been there.
Grew up there until I was pushing 9 years old, and then came to Brandon. Went through high school, and then now chilling here on this
You
couch.
started guitar in Brandon then, basically.
What's up?
Started guitar in Brandon then.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. What about you, Zach?
Where am I? Where was I born?
Where are you out of?
I was. I'm originally.
womb!
I am born and raised here. I'm
Sioux Fallsian?
hardcore local. I'm like super local. I grew up. Every house that I've lived in, any sort of household I've lived in has been within a radius of like 6 blocks of the hospital I was born in.
Wow.
I've been living in like this.
Which hospital?
This
Damn,
neighborhood,
dude.
just up here, dude.
Oh, Sioux
like,
Valley.
Yeah,
Sioux Valley, Sanford.
yeah, Sanford, Sioux Valley, whatever. Yeah, I've been kicking around the same 6 blocks for like years, like my whole life basically.
Right on.
So I haven't seen shit.
Where are your parents from?
State of the
Here,
motherland.
they're both from here too.
Wow.
Well, my dad.
You heard it here first, folks. This motherfucker.
Don't
is
hassle
local
him,
as
he's
shit.
local.
He's
local
local
as
as
fuck.
fuck.
Local
No,
as
my
fuck.
dad's from here. I know. Well, my stepdad, I guess you could call him. He's born and raised here. My mom, she was born in like Eagle Butte or something like that, and then moved to like Rapid City, and then moved here. She was like early childhood, like 10 or something like that.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Right on. Well, yeah, myself personally, I'm sure you guys probably know this already, but
Mexico.
yep, 100% Mexican.
From
I am 100% Mexican. No.
Are you born there? No, you could have been.
My dad was hanging out in Central America in the 80s, and he apparently liked to bang my mom, so they did that,
They did that.
created me, came back here, and I was born. in the States.
So is your dad like a white guy or something?
He is. He is.
'Cause
My
I can
mom
see
is.
like you're significantly lighter than your mom is. Like,
Yeah. She's 100% Nicaraguan, and then my dad's fucking.
Oh no.
You gotta turn that shit up.
Yeah.
Turn that
Silence your
shit
phones.
fucking up.
Down in front.
They fucking. Are
Hello.
you serious?
Hey.
This
Listen,
guy's
we're
taking
in the
fucking
middle of our
phone calls.
podcast right
Fucking
now.
middle of a fucking
I'm getting shit
podcast.
about it right now, really bad.
Why would you answer your door?
I'm
You
getting
answer
shit
your door. Answer your
about
phone.
answering my phone in the middle of the podcast.
Why would you do
He's
that?
a bully, dude.
That's fucking rude, man. Right in the middle while I was talking too.
Pussy
Okay.
power.
Are
dude.
you
What
gonna
a
head down then?
fucking rude little
It's
bitch.
pussy power.
All right.
I'm gonna start texting now because it's
Yeah,
after
that's
a
the new
while.
halitosis, man. So
I think.
it's whatever.
Check this
I
out.
think
Just
so.
just for anybody who
Probably. More than
is
likely.
into video games and shit like I am.
Well, I gotta go. All right,
If
bye.
you ever heard of Max Payne back in the day, they came out with a third one. You might have even played that, but look at this background. It's
All
fucking
right.
totally
All
awesome.
right.
Fuck you, straight from Max Payne. There's your message.
Right. All right. Well, for any of you dicks out there that were actually still listening to what I was saying for this one, answered his phone.
I apologize.
Just for your general silly information, I am a half Nicaraguan dude that was born in South Dakota, and fucking I had a chance to go back there when I was 11 and check out like what that side of and what that part of the world is like, man, and it's fucking crazy. It is
So when
nutty.
you went down there then?
I went down there, dude.
What was that? How old were you?
I was 11, and it was fucking nutty as shit, dude. The first, I mean, like, if you really want to appreciate the country that you're born and raised in, try going to a different country once for a little while. Like, your perspective on the world will fucking change, you know, like, so
I could have been here. I could have been doing this, living this lifestyle.
it's just different, man. There's a lot of poverty and shit, and a lot of the fucked up shit that went down in the 80s with the U.S. and what they did down there. I mean, there was like not hundreds, but it was like 30,000, something like that, people that got killed.
Right.
So there was a shitload of people that got fucked up down there, and so it's pretty poor. I mean, it was just, you know, it was really, it's sad, man. You know, like you see poverty around here, and it's nothing like it is down there.
I'm sure it's a totally different style of living, man.
Oh yeah, I mean, absolutely, dude. But the people are fucking happy for the most part, and it just makes you appreciate where you're from. But yeah, dude, fucking, yeah, I lived here fucking my whole life, and then I moved up to Watertown. Fucking, I actually spent like almost a year on a farm because my parents got divorced when I was growing up, and then fucking my mom got remarried when I was like fucking 10 or whatever, and I actually spent a year.
So is she still married then?
No,
Oh,
no,
no.
she divorced that guy. That guy was a dick. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that guy was a dick. Anyway, I don't want to fucking say his name. I guess I will. Fucking, that guy was a fucking cocksucker, dude. He was a fucking total prick. I was only 10 years old, and here I get moved out to this fucking farm in Inwood, Iowa, that's fucking raising turkeys and hogs.
Inbred Iowa.
Was it feeding you them?
And
corns?
those fucking hogs were like, dude. I mean, I'm 10 years old. These things are fucking like huge compared to me. I'm scared shitless of them. You know what I mean? He wants me to jump right in there with him and fucking be doing shit. I'm just like, never even
No.
seen a pig in my life, let alone a huge ass fucking hog. So
Just
I'm,
get to
you know,
hear
yeah,
everything,
dude,
you
it
know.
just scared the shit out of me. And the guy, and actually that story, you know, was really fucked up. Like that guy turned out to be super abusive and shit. So like, yeah, dude,
What
like
the
fuck,
deals?
yeah, it was that guy was a shithead. That's what it was. That's what it amounts to. That guy was a shithead. I mean, he used to fucking, he'd pick me up fucking with one hand off the fucking ground, throw me fucking on like, you know, throw me back down on the ground just to fucking be a bully, just to be a fucking dick.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so like fucking
He's got nobody his age to beat up.
right.
No, he's fucking.
Oh yeah, dude. Fucking, he got. I don't know how old I was. I want to say like 22. Because this happened when I was 10, and then like my mom was like, "Fuck this, we're out." Divorced him and fucking moved back here, and fucking I still had from when I was fucking 10 years old his phone number programmed in my mind. And so one night when I was wasted on whiskey, I decided to give this fucking individual a call.
When was
I was
this?
like 22 years old, like
Oh,
12 years later. Wasted on whiskey.
All right, dude.
So I called this fucker up. This is like 11 o'clock at night. Still fucking remember this fucker's number. Call him up. How you doing, buddy? Fucking like just creeping out on the fuck. Like, I bet you don't know who this is. And he's like, I don't know. I'm like, I'll tell you what. I've been watching you. I got my fucking eye on you. You know what I mean? Like just fucking with his head. Just fucking with his head. It was the weirdest shit. But yeah, so I kind of had a weird childhood. And I spent a couple years up in Watertown. That's when I started playing music. I moved like in '94. Moved from Sioux Falls and spent like 3-4 years up there, and that's what motivated me to fucking start playing music. Cause there's really nothing to do in Watertown. So.
There's really nothing to do here either.
Well, that's true, but if you think there's nothing to do here, go to Watertown.
Oh yeah.
There's even less.
Maybe that's why I got out of there in the first place.
Right. In the
Dude,
first place.
actually, you guys want to know something fucking funny? Is that my first memory as a kid, as far as music, is a complete shredding guitar solo by fucking Nuno Betancourt from
Nuno!
From
Fuck yeah, Extreme.
I
Fuck
showed
yeah,
you that.
Extreme.
Email woman hater.
Oh, is that it?
You showed me that shit too. That is nuts.
That shit
Yeah,
is
that's
great.
my first fucking memory ever of music.
Welcome back, bitches. We're finishing out the podcast.
Welcome back to Hump Day. Humpcast. Humpcast and Hump Day.
Humpcast 2012. Don't do the all day, all night thing. That's way too fucking.
No, it's
That's too much. It's too much like the.
No. It's Hump Day.
It is Hump Day.
Humpcast and Hump Day.
Today is for sure Hump Day. That's Ike calling me. That's Ike calling me.
Night, dude.
Don't take phone calls.
I know. I can't take the phone call. I'm just saying that's Ike, and I want it. I want to respond.
I
to
made
that.
the mistake
How about
taking a phone
I
call.
know.
I apologize, folks.
I'm gonna answer it on.
For that?
I'm gonna answer it on speakerphone. Hey,
There you
what's
go.
up, dude?
That's
Fuck. That sucks.
Hang on a sec. All right, here you are.
Ike.
Just so you know, Ike, you're live on the podcast with Jay Carlson and with Zach Lewis, the Humpcast. How are you feeling?
I'm pretty good, man. Just lounging in my robe, you know.
Nice.
You are lounging in a robe right now.
You just get out of the shower?
Apparently. No, I haven't done anything today.
That's just how you roll, basically. Then.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Or,
Perfect.
Hardcore.
Well,
hardcore.
you know, we're just closing out the Humpcast. Unfortunately, you weren't on tonight, but do you think maybe next week, next Wednesday, you might consider joining the Humpcast?
who are we humping?
Well,
everybody. Anybody who wants.
Everybody, dude.
the universe, like the universe. We're sharing our
The universe
spreading the seed
is
of knowledge.
You know?
So yeah, but it's also the
We're
hump
just
day of the
trying to
week.
get over this whole
So.
existing
Sounds
thing.
good. Sounds good.
Just humping
Okay.
into submission.
Right on. Well, let me call you.
Hump
let
it
me
into
call you-
existence.
Let me call you back after
Yeah.
a little bit. We're just gonna close out the last couple segments,
You exist because I humped
but
you.
we've got you on tape.
Alright.
So you said that next Wednesday you'd be down. So,
That's so hard.
you know,
Dude,
if
humping
you
was the
don't, we'll just
start
call
of
you
it.
again and
Yeah,
make you
right.
talk on
The
speakerphone.
attraction.
Sounds good.
All right, we'll talk to you later,
Fucking-
bud.
That's it.
There's the garbled mess of audio.
Oh.
fucking-
All right. So, okay,
Yeah.
so we took a long break on that last one. In case you're wondering, like if these look weird, it's gonna jump every 10 minutes because I have to cut and paste stuff together because the camera. I'm
You'll
using-
notice that there's bottles missing.
Yeah,
Our
exactly.
hair
Yeah.
looks different.
The clock will have changed. If there were a clock in the background, it would have jumped ahead like several minutes. So Jake, do you want to tell them what you did?
I didn't. Yeah, okay, I did do it. We went to a buddy's place and I drove over there and I got out of the car and we went in, got out, and my keys were gone. They were completely gone. No, they were
Mystery.
they were completely gone. And so I searched his place again, went back in, whatever, fucking little light I got here, and went outside and checked the grass and stuff because I never locked my keys in the car, whatever. So I checked my car, all this stuff, looking through the windows and stuff, and it wasn't there. And so Zach's girlfriend and her friend comes and picks us up, and we're about to get like a block or two away. And I go in my back pocket, which is completely nothing I do because I wouldn't I wouldn't choosingly sit on keys.
You
So-
had your keys the whole time.
Yeah, they're in my back.
I had no
pocket,
idea
so-
about this at
yeah,
all,
so
actually.
then we got out of there.
Fucking crazy.
Yeah, it was
Crazy stuff, folks.
So
Enlightening.
not really crazy at all. It was just silly. So here's the life lesson that I've done too. Always triple check your pockets because he's like, dude, did you look in your pockets? You're like, yes. You're like, I did. I scoured my pockets.
Dude, I like fucking
You don't know?
quadra check them fuckers, dude.
All of them, too.
What does that
Like, as a
say?
whole
I mean,
fucking-
Except for, well, who wants to
Obviously you
sit
didn't
on
check 'em all.
keys, dude?
Obviously
Who
you didn't
wants
check
to
'em
sit
all
down
around.
on fucking
you just
pokey
stuck
eye?
them in your back pocket without thinking. Shit happens. Whatever.
Yeah.
All right.
Eh.
So where we last left off was horrible shit. Like no one wants to sit around and listen to three guys talking about how they lost their virginity, but it is kind of funny. It is kind of funny.
Yeah.
So we'll see. I mean, like people.
This
fucking,
one has...
If you're from Sioux
sex
Falls,
sells.
right?
Yeah, sex
Yeah.
sells. You want to know the really horrible details? Yeah.
You know what sells even more, though, is like...
More sex.
Yeah.
Sex,
No,
yeah, that's...
No, the story I was on earlier has actually not really to do with my virginity. Not it being lost, but like almost.
All right, well, why don't you just go ahead and finish that?
All right, so what happened was, is I went over to this girl's house. I'm like 13 years old. Stopped by her place, knocked on her door. She's home. She wanted to hang out. Blah blah blah. Anyways, I knew that she was kind of into me. I mean, like we were really young kids, right? But you know how that is. And so I go over to her house. We're hanging out for a while, and we kind of start making out, and whatever. And I just decided to be ballsy and just kind of made a move for the button on her pants and just kind of like straight up undid it, dude. I just went all out, just fuck it, you know.
Fuck it.
Just get a little
Exactly.
penthouse
Fuck
for me and less like lighthearted. So I mean, like, what? Is there anything funny about this? I don't get it.
Well, it's kind of a sad story. I'm gonna end it on a down note, guys.
Sad story?
Yeah, it's a
Oh,
little bit.
A sad story.
It's not a sad story. It's sad on my part, I suppose.
All right, well, let's
You know,
hear it.
Well, here's what happened. So she knows what I'm kind of going for. So we go into her room and we're making out and blah blah blah, and she ends up naked, and I'm like, this is crazy.
Sometimes that happens.
You know, this is the
before
first time
sex.
I've ever seen a live naked chick in front of me. Like this is happening.
Live
right
action.
now.
Oh, yeah,
this
chick,
is this is it right
Sure,
here. You know?
sure.
And I'm like, holy fuck, right?
Yeah.
And like, you know, I had a lot of magazines when I was younger, and like tons of shit like that. You know what I mean? Like, I got interested in like sex in like a really young age. Like,
I'm
I
sorry,
was-
folks. You don't need to hear any of this. Where's this going?
Anyways, so here's what's happening. So we finally, we're starting to get down to business or whatever, and like I just can't get it up, dude. And like, you think me being like 13 would have been like,
Should have studied
boing,
more.
like, you know, like
that's
you
the
should have put
saddest
it in
story.
there.
I feel like
You know
maybe
what I
we
mean?
should throw a couple things. I don't know if you ever heard these things, Jake, but there are a few lines that Zach Lewis has thrown at me that are baffling. And they're baffling in the sense that like, you know, like I definitely see so many good qualities.
few
I see so
whoppers
many good
there.
qualities in this kid, but from time to time there are things that he will say that will shock me. And here's like a couple of them. I don't know how to shuffle cards.
I don't know how to shuffle cards. I know, like,
you fucking kidding?
this,
dude?
I knew you were
Just
going to
mix
bring
it
that
up.
up. No,
Mix it
I
up.
knew, here's the thing. I knew you were going to bring that up today. And I was telling myself, I was trying to tell myself what exactly I was trying to say. I know how to shuffle cards, but I can't shuffle cards.
Just so happen
You
to
know
have
what
a
I
deck
mean?
of
You mean like
Like, I
you
know.
can't like bridge?
No. Like, I know how.
Well, I'm not talking about,
I know what you're supposed to do. I can't do it.
But the motion
So
of
weird.
like doing the, you know what I mean? I realize it's not cards, but just
Right. I just
doing one of those.
I can do that, but it's just like people do
You know,
it so
like-
well. Just like it almost seems like card after card. Like, you
So
know
it's
what I mean?
really more of a confidence issue.
Me, it's
you say
more
that
like-
I don't know
me,
how
like,
to
I
shuffle
do it,
cards
and it's
means that,
like-
you don't want to try because.
No, it's more like when I do it, it's like it's like clump after
So
clump.
goofy.
Rather than
Yeah,
like
I
card
hear
after
you, dude.
card.
I
It's
hear
you.
it's a shitty shuffle.
But you can't say. But exactly. So the reality is that you're very competent in being able to shuffle the cards. You just can't. Well, maybe not very
physically do it. It's
No.
There's something like
That's
that.
the exact opposite of what we just said. You know, you can physically do it, but you're just not like super competent at it. You can't do it like really fast. You feel like you're cutting them too like thick or
They're
whatever.
way
You're
too
not.
thick, dude. Like it's
Yeah.
just like, and that you know.
Do you ever like just feel
Other
like the
pack has
cards
been
are readily
split into
available
thirds.
everywhere? Anyway, that's just silly. Let's not focus on that. The other one was I've never played Monopoly.
I never played Monopoly either.
I mean, like,
I've never played Monopoly either.
are you serious?
No, that's
No.
what Zach just said,
Just
dude.
joking,
That's what Zach just said because you were like,
No,
I've never
that's what
played
I said.
Monopoly. He
He
said, oh, I've
repeated
never
what
played
I said.
Monopoly either.
No, I was quoting a line that he had. Like I said,
Right.
There's a
I
lot.
meant
there's
either.
like two more of them. There's two more of them.
No.
that I
I
can't
meant
remember.
either as in like linking on to the last thing I just said about like shuffling. I can't shuffle cards, and I've never played Monopoly either.
I played Monopoly.
Everyone's played
I
Monopoly.
played it a couple times.
I haven't.
Did you escape from the
That's how I
colony?
made all my
I
money.
don't know what. Dude, it's funny you mentioned
We
like
talked about-
colony shit because like my coworker gives me so much shit about being Amish, which I'm not, but he just does.
He gives you shit for being honest.
It's the only thing he just like his whole ordeal at like work is he just gives everybody so much shit. He just finds like one particular thing about each person that he just kind of like.
He's like, you look
give a
honest,
crap
so
about.
therefore that's why we're running.
It just so happens that I'm so fucking special where he can't think of anything.
Sounds hilarious.
So then he's got to like use my name.
You should invite him
Zach,
on the Humpcast.
to be like, and then he changes it into Zachariah, and then all of a sudden he's like, you're Amish now. And I'm just like, that's not even. And he thinks he pisses me off with it by doing it all day, and it just makes me laugh.
You should just fucking punch him, dude.
Dude, he's big as hell.
Dude,
Though,
you should just
I
fucking
bet if I
punch
did
him.
punch, I don't know, maybe I should punch him. I think if I punched him, he'd be like,
At work.
Zach's got some balls. Like,
You should
Zach
do it-
punched me.
You should do it
Holy
right.
shit.
Just
You know what I'm saying?
mid-shift, just fucking, even if he doesn't say anything, like even what's up, Zach, or nothing, just fucking punch him, dude. Straight up. Mike Tyson.
Alright, sorry about the abrupt ending, guys. They were talking about jacket someone in the face. I don't know what that's all about. We're going to show you a little bit of Jay Carlson on the guitar, so you know what this fuck can do.
Good to go?
Piece of shit.
Let's do it. Fucking move it.
Yeah.
What is it? I don't fucking
Yeah,
dude. I
dude,
can't
yeah.
remember that shit.
Fuck yeah. Fuck yes. Alright. Let's get back into it, girls. Alright, so that's clearly fucking ridiculous. So you folks at home, you get a little taste of what Carlson can do. That motherfucker can
sucks.
shred. And he sucks a little bit.
Suckage.
Alright, kids. So you were talking about this coworker who's giving you shit. He was suggesting that you Tyson him.
Yeah.
I don't know anything
Oh,
about.
that's where we were, wasn't it?
Yeah, well that's where that video got off.
Yeah.
But Jake's got important shit to do. Fucking, we certainly want to thank him for
Sure
fucking
do.
stopping
Thanks
by.
for coming out.
Yeah, thanks,
man.
fellas.
Yeah, we'll see you
Thank
next
very
week.
much, folks.
Become a regular, dude.
Oh.
With the force of the handshake.
There you go.
Boom. I got it. I got it.
Sorry about this, folks.
This house is haunted.
This house is haunted, and Jake Carlson, we wish you the best of travels.
Sweet.
You fucking take it easy, buddy.
Don't lose your keys,
Don't
man.
lose your keys. Double check your pockets for everything. So here we are. We're finishing up the very first origin of
Wrapping it up.
of the Humpcast. The Humpcast is coming to an end. How do you feel?
I feel pretty confident. I think this was a decent one. It was a good first trial run, man.
Silly.
A little bit.
Silly.
We covered some pretty serious topics.
Do you think so?
I don't know. I mean, like it started off pretty general, and then it did get heavy after a while. I don't know.
I don't know, man.
I told a story that I've never told. I mean, that's kind of.
I know, but that's
That's just me, though.
sure.
I'm a weirdo like that.
Dude, you don't
Sure.
have to take it, but I just want to say it out loud.
I mean, we touched on some topics. We kind of established who we were. You know what I mean? Anyone that
We
doesn't.
established our origins. We talked about cigarettes.
We talked about cigarettes. I'm just checking time. That's why I keep getting up and down.
We talked about Nickelback
2
and California and yeah, we touched on some subjects today. I think we're good.
Well,
Nice.
we're just gonna do this because it's fun, and I like that we're all musicians and we're a community of musicians. So I'll probably post this on the Sioux Falls musician site. If any of you guys are interested at all in coming to hang out in my living room and joining the podcast, you're more than welcome to do that. Just message me or we're going to create the page tonight.
Yeah, open system here.
Yeah, no sponsors as of yet. I've got a friend, Monty Hagedorn. I'm gonna share this shit, and hopefully maybe you could be our first sponsor. Maybe hook us up with some hardware of varieties. Anyway, what should we finish out on, man? I mean, fucking, we talked about a lot of
We got
different
time
shit
for another
tonight.
one?
Well, I mean, we already discussed Nickelback quite a bit.
Yeah,
so
we
I
did.
mean, that's you know what I mean. That's gonna be pretty much the end of
stray
it.
away from that.
Enough of the Nickelback. We talked about our local guys that we like a lot. I'm just gonna mention the show just in case I get it put up. in time for tomorrow. There is a show that is going to happen December 6th, which is today. It is the 5th, Wednesday.
Yes.
The day before the show. Tomorrow is the show. Night Shield is a rapper from here. We'll put the link up for him.
Really, that's interesting to me because I didn't know about that.
Yeah,
I didn't
Night
know he
Shield's
was
big time rap guy, dude.
Really?
Yeah,
Sounded
big-time
like
rap
a
guy.
kind of like I was thinking more of like a band. It's like an Iron Maiden style.
Fuck.
Night Shield.
Now, if you can combine Iron Maiden and rap, that'll be an interesting thing. No, it's fucking sweet. I enjoy it. Yeah, so that's rap, and then the dubstep. And I hate to break everything down into categories and shit, but yeah, that's what it is. You know what I mean? Like maybe it's not dubstep.
You gotta.
It's electronic music. I called it techno. We called it techno in the '90s, right? It's fucking techno.
Yeah.
Whatever. Electronica, all these different subgenres that break off from it. That's fine.
Is
Grindcore,
does industrial
death metal,
touch into that?
Tech
or-
metal, whatever. Industrial.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would think, because they're incorporating those elements, you know what I mean?
Yeah, like the electronic kind of not guitars thing.
And it's like I get more inspired to make music than I do to make art, but like.
We got a whole other podcast going on.
Yeah, we should.
I totally lost my thread.
But it would break his little heart.
I totally lost my
you
thread
either.
I totally lost my thread. All right, guys. Carlson has taken off from the place, and we're closing out the final shit. And let me see where you're at there. There, like that. And anything else that you'd like to say to people for this first Wednesday Humpcast? You just want to invite them to like our Facebook page, or what? What do you think?
Yeah, that's a good start. There you go. Just do that. Just do that for starters. Leave comments. Give us some topics to talk about. Suggest
There you go. We'll write them down.
guests. Yeah.
We'll write them down. We'll talk about them, right? Should probably put that away. Huh? No one saw that. Jake did the riff for the day. I'll do a riff for the day. Since we're all guitar players, why not?
Riff of the day.
Let's see. What about,
Hit it.
it's a little expansion of what I was doing before. What was that?
I don't like it.
Wow, great. I'm still working on it. I'm still working on it. I'll still keep working on it. So anyway, so next week we're looking at having Ike come on, and he is the drummer for a band called Horrified, and they're wicked. And I'll take footage of that show that whole night, you know, for the December 6th show, and we'll fucking post that shit on the Facebook page that we just created today. You're watching history in motion.
It's true.
I don't know. If you're bored, if you're a stoner and you're sitting around and you're thinking, hey, I want to watch an interesting podcast that's relevant to me,
If you called in sick and your
Well,
old lady's working,
remotely
this
interested,
is you.
then you're watching this. And if you're watching this, then you should probably just come on. So that's kind of the way I'm gonna keep it. I'm
Yeah.
gonna keep this thing wide open. So basically, anyone can fucking come on here and come talk to us, and I would like that very much. So from all of us here at HQ, we want to thank you very much for coming out. Zach, any words of wisdom to leave us with today?
If it walks like a duck and it smells like a duck, it's quack.
Later, folks.
Bye.